Fanatics is taking over for Adidas. This is the show that I've been waiting 3 years to do. I have some things to say. Oh, what it is, people. What it is. I know there's a large contingent of you out there going, I think AJ, he might have opinions on this, considering like my history with burning Fanatics in effigy. Alex in the chat already coming in hot saying,
wow,
greatest thing to happen to the NHL since Leah Hextall. I'm not touching that, dude. I'm not touching it.
Wow.
Not touching that one. So, what happened? What I've known about since last summer has finally come to be. I've known about this for actually quite some time. Couldn't say anything because, sworn to secrecy, but I'll just let, the NHL Network talk about it for a minute.
Big news for the National Hockey League as they're extending their relationship with Fanatics in a very exciting way, as Fanatics will now be the official on-ice outfitter for uniforms to the league starting with the 2024-25 season. To talk about this exciting development, we bring in NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman and Fanatics CEO Michael Rubin. Gary, I'll start with you. As I said, this is the latest evolution here of the Fanatics. Why this decision now?
Fanatics is a great partner. They're visionary, progressive in the industry. Everything they do first class. They've been involved with us, whether it's e-commerce, retail, performance and training gear, locker room gear. And for us, this was a logical, strategic decision to move forward with a great partner and embrace this relationship even more.
Michael, what's your message to NHL fans who only know Fanatics as a replica company?
And my message is, first of all, NHL fans are the best in the world. Couldn't have more passion. We've been, as Gary said, we've been in the hockey business since 2005. Today, we make a lot of performance products. A lot of people don't know that we make all the products for baseball. We make a lot of products in the NFL. And we're excited to have an opportunity to really do great for NHL fans. Again, most passionate fans on the planet. We've been making the breakaway jersey, which is the replica, for nearly 5 years, and it's a great step for us forward to build the authentic jersey, to outfit the players, to put our brand forward, and really, most importantly, to do a great job for both fans and the players.
Oh my God, where to start? As Gary Bettman go, the fans are, Fanatics is first class. Sure.
First class in what?
Yeah. First class in being the worst, I guess. I don't know. And then we were all stuck at home for a couple of years there. Does Michael Rubin not know how a camera works? He's staring at the goddamn floor, for Christ's sakes. And then NHL fans are the best in the world. Yeah, they put up with waiting 3, 4, 5 months to get a jersey, and then they get it, and it comes in, and the name's upside down, and we might got the numbers wrong. And the fact that the fans put up with that, they're the best in the world. We won't even allow them to return it straight away. We charge them a restocking fee. NHL fans, they put up with the biggest amount of shit you've ever seen. They're the best. That's what that sounded like to me.
That was a pretty good impression,
Jessica,
by the way.
Oh, thank you. Jessica, first class. Bitch, they are the equivalent to the airplane bathroom. You damn skimpy.
How dare you insult the airplane bathroom, though?
Dude.
Like, seriously. Like, let's be honest with this thing. How many times was I looking on Fanatics or anywhere else for a Western Conference jersey, or hell, for anything that said Erik Karlsson from this year's All-Star game? You couldn't find shit.
Oh, we're gonna get into it. So,
holy fuck!
NHL officially announces Fanatics is going to produce the on-ice jerseys the players wear starting with the 24-25 season. So you have one more year of Adidas, kids, so I guess get them now if you like them. It's going to be a 10-year deal. I don't understand why Gary Bettman loves these ridiculously long deals. I don't. But it speaks volumes that so many official accounts, whether The Athletic, other hockey media outlets, our boys Sakaris and Price talking about it earlier today. Jesse from Dangle Podcast Network, Aesthetics dumped on them last week that this was a terrible decision. So, I mean, I guess if anything, congratulations, NHL and Fanatics, for bringing the entire hockey fan base together so quickly. I mean, has there ever been an announcement from the NHL that has garnered a quicker and more negative reaction? I can't think of one.
I mean, first off, you make this announcement. I mean, what, Greg Wyshynski's tweet was out at 3:15 Pacific time this morning?
Look at the NHL PR. It was 3:45 Pacific, which makes you go, okay, it's 3:45 in the morning Pacific. I don't understand that. I also don't understand why randomly now? Like, why not wait until the season's over? Like, was there, the only thing I can wrap my head around is maybe enough people knew about this that they were scared of leaks, and so they wanted to get ahead of that and make the official announcement. That's the only reason I can come up with that you would just randomly put this out there with 10 to 12 games left in the season.
Well, they need to get going on starting producing this.
All that shit can be done in the background.
Yeah, but they got to boast about it. They got to swing their dicks. I mean, I would think Adidas had it about a year or so beforehand, and even before then, they made the jerseys for the World Cup of hockey.
Still,
so they were already in bed with it.
Doesn't make any sense to me to just randomly drop this out in the middle of the night. Like, it was almost like they were like, if we do it in the middle of the night, maybe we won't get all the vitriol we're expecting, which of course begs the question. I've never seen more negative response. Why did you go with Fanatics? And we'll get to that. Believe you me. But I mean, everybody had nothing good to say about this. Like I said, Jesse Blake, the hockey guy, did a 20-minute hockey guy, negative Ghost Rider. He did 20 minutes on how much this sucked. The writers from The Athletic, oh hell no. Yeah. And of course, why? Because Fanatics has spent the last 6 years destroying the consumer experience. I mean, everybody's heard me rail on it. They produce substandard apparel. They mismanage demand. Whatever their metrics are that they're measuring is horrific. They mismanage inventory. They randomly cancel orders. They have taken weeks, sometimes months, to ship out orders on products that has the little in-stock logo next to them.
Thank you. Yep.
How is it?
Again,
the NHL should be working with Amazon, for Christ's sakes.
And they have a partnership deal with the Kraken have a partnership deal with Amazon. Why not get in the bed with them?
Well,
this is the stupidest thing.
It's the Capitals and the Flyers, right? That they allow them to run their store.
Islanders.
Whatever. Either way, there's a couple teams, and they're going to be trying to get more teams on board. That said, Fanatics have signed other multi-year deals that their partner got out of. You may remember, January 21, we broke the news that the Sharks had ended an 8-year deal that they had with Fanatics after just halfway through it. Makes you think, as Jerk likes to say.
Right.
I mean, oh my God. So the reports say that 26-27, that's the first season you're going to see any significant changes because Fanatics, they're going to be using all the Adidas factories and their personnel and all of that stuff to ramp up. The only difference you'll likely see is the logo on the back of the collar. But here's the fun part. Between now and then, evidently, reportedly, Fanatics is asking all 32 teams to keep any changes that they might have very minimal. So I guess, what does this mean? No more alternates? No new thirds for the next couple seasons? What if a team has an anniversary to celebrate? It took Adidas one season to get their shit together. Mm-hmm. And what about the Sharks? It's called the Evolve jersey. That means that it can evolve. It can slightly change, but maybe it can't for the next couple of seasons. And what is the deal with warm-up jerseys now once this transition takes place?
Yeah.
Like, I have so many questions. And unfortunately, the people that are talking to Michael Rubin or anybody, who's this guy, Jennings, something Jennings from the NHL. What is it? Hold on. I have names here. Wyshynski wrote a great article on ESPN about the whole changeover, got quotes and everything. However, This is one of the few articles that is not paywalled. So I encourage you to go. I encourage you to go check it out because it's not paywalled. But who's this guy? Something Mack. Come on, Wyszynski. You're not going to put the guy's full name in there?
They're too afraid. Let's be honest.
It just says Mack said. I'm like, who the hell's Mack? But anyway, a rep from last name Mack. I just my head is spinning right now. But this Jennings person from the NHL. I don't know why didn't. Okay, in my head, my head's about to explode. Doug Mack and Brian Jennings. Okay, Doug Mack, CEO of Fanatics Commerce. Brian Jennings, NHL Executive Vice President of Marketing. So I love. So let's get into a couple of these quotes here because they're goddamn outrageous. To be fair,
whip them out.
It says, "What is the message to fans who see Fanatics as just an e-commerce and replica jersey company?" And I'm like, "You think that's how we see you? No, that's not, dude. We see you far, far worse than that." But where was my favorite quote here? I thought I had all this stuff highlighted. My apologies. But at one point, it's, will the jerseys look radically different next season? No, because they're going to use Adidas and all of that. What about redesigns again? It's no, couple years out before we do anything like that. Reverse retro stuff is over, unfortunately. But then, let's be honest, that has kind of like run its course. But my favorite part, and I'm trying to find the quote because it's like the funniest quote ever, from Jennings. Brian Jennings, NHL Executive Vice President of Marketing, anticipates there will be some NHL fans who question this decision. Quote, "I understand there may be initially some trepidation from fans, but I do have a lot of confidence in the team and Fanatics." This leads to the question, why would there be trepidation? Is it because Fanatics has a horrible reputation? I think it might be.
If there's even the thought of trepidation, shouldn't that be a red flag?
Yeah.
I mean, you look at that, we can't do alternates. Really? It took, like you said, it took Adidas 1 year to get out of it. And I think even then they made ones for the Winter Classic. I think the Ducks had an alternate for their 25th anniversary that first year. Just come on, guys.
Well,
and you're using the same factory. So what's
at least
the problem?
there's that. What's the problem? But at least they're going to do that for a couple seasons. So you know what it is? They're going to use that factory. And so all the people that have been doing the Adidas stuff, they're going to churn out for 2 years decent, the ones that are just like the Adidas ones now. Like I said, the only difference is going to be the logo on the back, and everyone's going to go, "Oh, look, Fanatics isn't so bad." And then they're going to make the change and completely destroy the brand. We've seen what Fanatics has done to lids. All of a sudden, hats at lids. The price has gone up, the selection has gone down, the quality has gone down. We've seen how they've completely destroyed Mitchell and Ness's reputation. Don't even get me started on that.
Game over for Mitchell and Ness.
But Doug Mack, quotas, "Fanatics brand is fairly well known to fans." Fairly well known? I can't turn on a goddamn show. I can't turn on anything that's sports related without being bombarded by the advertisements, Hockey fans, gear up, and and then I love the fact that we're often thought of as more of an e-commerce company. Yeah, that can't ship out product, that never has anything in stock, and that charges for returns. The only company I've ever seen that charges a fucking handling fee. Are you kidding me? But the best part, some of these quotes are just ridiculously funny. But it says, this is my favorite part. Jennings was also quoted in the Wyszynski article saying, "No one company can do every product No one company. You can see how fired up I am. No one company can do every product category and do it incredibly well. Reebok had no problem. Reebok put out consistent hats, consistent shirts, consistent jerseys.
Yep.
And what a weird thing to say. Like, out of the box, he's already saying nobody can do it all correctly, so expect us to be fucked up.
But
oh, shit. Hold on. Whoa. Dream spells in the house? Dream spells. Knocking on my door saying, me fired up? Shocking. Hell yeah. What up, But dude, I can't. I can't with this.
It proves once again that the NHL has no touch with its fans.
Dude, you're so right. David coming in, just as I am. I'm old. I miss the old CCM jerseys. I'm right there with you. Well, I guess CCM didn't have the cash flow that Fanatics does because CCM isn't, I don't know, getting into gambling and all the other stuff that Fanatics is doing.
Here's my thing. Isn't it going to suck that the AHL and all 3 junior leagues in Canada are going to have better quality jerseys than the NHL?
That's the whole thing. I'm like, CCM's already in bed with the AHL. Like, you're already doing it right. Have you seen those CUDA jerseys?
Absolutely.
Chef's kiss.
Yep.
How do you So
no. and the chat's been going crazy.
As they should.
David had another one. There will be alternates. That is what they call it when they get the logo wrong again.
Probably.
Oh man, Christian, it's like if Harbor Freight Tool was named the official tools of NASCAR.
I don't know what that means, but
I mean,
look,
they're a super discount tool shop.
Oh, okay. See, I don't know about that, but the best part now, the Athletic. Who's this guy? Sean Gentile. I don't. Apologies for mispronouncing your name. But I love the fact that he puts out an article this morning. Why fans are furious about the NHL's uniform deal with Fanatics and why they should be. Like, out of the gate, it's already, yes, this all sucks. Barstool has an article. NHL fans are furious because Fanatics is going to make NHL jerseys now instead of Adidas. And the very first line of his article was, I learned something new today. People really fucking hate Fanatics, like a lot.
Yeah.
And the best part of Sean's article on The Athletic, of course, is he says, look at the frequency of the posts by @FanaticsSucks, an account whose admin is about to have a truly great day. It says, many people do not like this company. Many people do not like their products. And many people specifically do not like the products they designed for the NHL fans. Chief among them, the breakaway jersey with a quote-unquote foldable crest, a lower $130 price point. That's something I want to talk about here, too. I've got so much to get into.
Yeah.
So
same here. Go for it, bud.
Here's one thing I want to know. Will prices increase now that Fanatics is making everything? Because if you remember, before the changeover to Reebok, you had 2 options. You had replica, you had what they wear on the ice. And the difference between replicas and authentic were about like that. About that much. Aside from some extra shoulder stitching, the fight strap, that was about it.
Yeah.
And then Reebok came in. And Reebok said, well, we're going to do these kind of cheapy knockoffs that have these crappy plasticky shoulder, you can't call them patches, decals, I guess. And then... and those were at $150, and then at twice the price, we're going to put out authentics that weren't
Indonesia,
made in Indonesia, but not not what they're wearing on ice. Yet, if you took one of those and put it next to a gamer, what the guys were, the difference again about like that, where it was to the point of why not just sell the real things? Like, it doesn't make any difference. So I want to know, are we going to see price increases? Because, like I said, Reebok's doing everything. Their breakaway version was $150. The authentic was $300. Then the whole thing changed. Fanatics went down $20. So all of a sudden, they were $130. Adidas went from $300 to $179. So huge, significant savings. However, once you put that jersey on, you understand where all that money went. It certainly wasn't into the jersey you were putting it on. I remember trying one on when they did the switch over, went to the Shark store when those first came out, put one on, and I went, what in the fuck am I wearing?
Yeah.
It was, the neck hole, I could have driven a semi through. You could, and it was so thin. And it was just, it's horrible. And then here's the other funny part too, is that I checked it out before we came on air. Currently on NHL Shop, blank Fanatics jerseys are $135. So they've actually already gone up $6. While the Adidas ones are still $179. Oddly enough, the old Sharks design that are made by Adidas and in even the stealth versions are still $179, but the Fanatics old versions have gone to $100. Which makes you go, And then, but for some reason, the old versions that are white, those are still $135. So again, it speaks to the attention to detail that Fanatics just does not have. But I should note, you can still get current white jerseys, which you cannot get on NHL Shop. You can get those at the sharksproshop.com site, which makes you, again, go, what the fuck? And here's one thing I wanted to talk about. Hats. I'm not like I wear a hat from time to time. I'm not the biggest hat wearing guy, but occasionally I like to wear a lid. Let's take a look at the difference over the last few seasons, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Here is a photo of the
Here we go.
2015 Stanley Cup hat made by Reebok. It's a gorgeous hat. It's got printing. It's got embroidery. It looks fantastic. You can see the guys, all the guys on the team after they won the cup. They're all rocking it. Nice flex fit. Beautiful. Mesh top. Love it. And sorry, trigger warning for any Sharks fans. But made by 47. I'm not the biggest 47 fan, to be honest with you. I find most of their stuff that I've ever thrown on to be on the thin side. But it's a decent cap.
Yeah,
again,
nice design.
Printing, embroidery, design, dig it. There's Sydney rocking one. Good looking cap. Then we move on. Tampa. Okay, it's a fucking trucker hat with a patch on the front. Now, to be fair, you can see that they've actually tried to do some sort of design on the bill. I'll give them that. I don't know. Is that supposed to be like water because it's Tampa? I don't know.
Iridescent or something like that.
For all I know, somebody spilled something on the bill and they just said, yeah, it looks good. Ship it. But that's what they had. And then you can see Chief wearing it, walking around with the cup. That's fine. And then we go to last season. Are you kidding me?
You're not even trying.
Yeah, let's take a trucker hat, just stick it, iron on a patch on the front of it. There's Chief wearing it. But that's the hat you gave everybody to wear. Are you kidding me with this? Rubin saying it with the Tampa as a camo. Okay, yeah, whenever I think about Tampa, and I'm like, camouflage goes really good with Tampa Bay. But are you kidding me? The difference between that and this is night and day. You're talking embroidery. You're talking printing. You're talking not a trucker hat, flex fit, versus a trucker cap snapback with a patch just thrown on the front.
You think they'd get away with that in the NFL?
You could take that. Who gives a shit? You could take that patch off, and what would be the difference? It's just horrible. And so with that, I happen to have some hats here. We're going to do a little show and tell.
Oh.
So here's a Fanatics cap. And here's another Fanatics cap. So a couple of Fanatics caps. Now you'll also might notice there are tags on these. And one is from TJ Maxx and one is from Marshall. Because if you think I'm paying full price for this crap, you're out of your mind. And these caps are okay. It's got the little NHL shield on the side. And has a little bit of texture here. And it's got this plasticky feeling logo on the front. But it is a snapback. So let's look at the Flex version. So the Flex version has the shield on the back, and again, a little bit of texture here, plasticky feeling crest on the front. It's okay. Let me show you the Reebok. This is the Reebok that I got from the Stanley Cup season. Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
You've got texture all up in this, embroidered on the front. You've got printing along the dome. And then you've got a Stanley Cup patch on the back along with the NHL shield. And you even have a logo printed on the bill on the side. This is hot. Check it. This might be my favorite one. Right? Reebok, you've got this gray texture along with the printed logo on the front. You have embroidered logo, Stanley Cup patch on the side, NHL shield on the back, along with some other printing on the side. Sweet lid. It's you could take off the Stanley Cup patch. You could take off everything on the brim or, on the head part and just keep the brim part. And this is still a solid hat with that printing on the bill.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally this one. Another fitted hat, NHL shield, but texture that runs from the bill up until the dome, embroidered patch. So for them to, Reebok had this shit on lockdown. And for them to say that, not one, team can get it all right, or one company can get, no, Reebok did. They literally did. So to sit there with that, another question. Is the NHL going to install or force them to install quality control?
Please. Please.
We've seen it, shipping out jerseys that say Snossus, shipping out, one logo on another team's jersey. Like, this company has the reputation of having the worst attention to detail ever. And again, this is the only company that charges you to return an order, even when they were the ones that fucked it up. You ordered one thing, they sent you something else, and they're like, oh, okay, well, if you want your money back, we're going to charge you like a 10% restocking fee. But if you want credit, that will do for free. Are you kidding me with this?
Of course, because they want to keep their money in their wallet.
Oh, man. Any more interesting comments from the chat? Because I've been so busy with this.
It's just going back and forth, AO saying he got the exact hat holding. The shield is heat pressed on with those Fanatics hats from Rubin. MLS Fan 20 would be awesome if New Era would start making NHL hats again. I'm with you. I know they do some stuff with the Sharks, but that's like an individual team deal on that. Sonic Tonic saying, I hope people vote with their wallets and don't buy this garbage. I too hate Fanatics and was looking forward to this reaction. It is really sad though.
And that's the point. The only recourse that we have as fans is to vote with our wallets. I've been voting with my wallet for the last 6 years. You will not find anything in my closet with that fucking Fanatics logo on it. Because let's be honest, you throw it in the wash and 3 washes later, it's not the same shirt. Do you happen to have your All-Star shirt around handy by any chance?
No, I got rid of it because, I went through 2 versions of it after 2 washes and it was falling apart.
Yeah, thing fucking disintegrated. Don't take my word for it, people. Go Google Mitchell and Ness. Go look at their website. Look at the Blue Line series of jerseys where they're trying to do this throwback thing. These are horrible. In fact, hold on. I might even have something that I can pull up real quick if I'm lucky. This is the one thing that I'd forgotten to put together on here because again, I'm just coming in so hot today. I'm about to lose my mind.
Just the prime example of it. If you were at the Marlowe retirement game, they had Mitchell and Ness Marlowe jerseys. 1, they didn't come close to looking like the real thing. 2, I don't even think they had the right teal on it. And 3, the numbers were close, but the size of it was completely off. And considering that Fanatics bought Mitchell and Ness and they're buying up practically everything in the sports memorabilia world, this is what you're going to expect for years to come.
Yeah, that's one of the things.
It's ridiculous.
It's one of the things that I don't get, that this is being allowed to happen. That
There should be some sort of competition with the hats, like you said. If you're going to have Fanatics do it, at least let New Era get in the game. The biggest thing about him is those custom hats where they're different colors or they're a theme or anything like that. That would make huge bucks for the NHL. Have you talk about 47, you talk about other brands, get into the game. Don't let this be a one-off, because otherwise I'm not going to pay $35 for a New York Rangers shirt that has Islanders on it.
That's the other thing, is that these prices are just becoming grotesquely and what's funny is that you even see, anytime Fanatics puts out some picture of it, like a new product or whatever, you see people responding. They're like, you want $60 for a goddamn t-shirt? Are you out of your minds?
Yeah.
And I'm right there with them. But here, let me try to drop this in real quick. There you go. That's a quote unquote patch from one of their blue line jerseys. You can see that's not a patch.
Disgusting.
That is screen printed on probably not even tackle twill, some cheap material, but it's screen printed. It's not an embroidered patch.
And I will tell you right now, the fonts are completely off where it says Stanley Cup. The spacing where it says Eastern Western Conference, not accurate. Colors don't even look accurate in that. I mean, it's just, the Chinese knockoffs look better. That's disgusting. I mean, the attention to detail on the cup is disgusting.
Dude, DH
like, how do
Gate,
you let that get through?
DH Gate about to kill it. Oh my Lord. Sonic Tonic. I donated the last of my Fanatic stuff to Goodwill. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
And speaking of shirts, AJ, remember that shirt, that rack I took a picture of at Dick's, and there's like 6 different shades of teal.
Yeah.
But quality control. NHL needs to get on it, or else they're going to lose a lot.
So is the NHL going to be able to hold their feet to the fire? Who knows? Are they going to continue to suck at meeting demand and having things ready on time? Because a couple of quick things here. When San Jose hosted the 2019 All-Star Game,
oh boy, they're getting going now.
They came in at the last possible minute with all the merch, and even then, they did that. I'm sorry, All-Star merch should be out and available, at least to order. Maybe not to buy, but at least on websites to order as soon as the NHL. And it's not like you can't schedule all this together and get together and go, okay, it's coming out here. Here's our roster. It's not like they don't know about. It's not like the NHL found out about the roster that day. They knew what it was.
Mm-hmm.
You give them time to put together all the stuff on the website. Roster comes out, boom. At that point, you're like, hey, here are the rosters. And by the way, if you want a jersey for your favorite player, go get it. Not this wait 3 weeks and we'll get it up there. Should be out right then and there, available to buy and in stock. None of this, we'll get it to you a week after the game has been played. So, is the NHL gonna get their shit together with that, with Fanatics? They had emoji pucks. For those of you who don't remember the All-Star Game, the logo it's Silicon Valley, so the logo looks like an app on your phone. Mm-hmm. That was what the logo was based on. And they had emoji pucks for all the players.
Yeah.
First day, you had Carlson, Pavelski, and Burns in the All-Star Game. All of those were gone. Anybody else, no problem. Get whatever you want. All the Sharks All-Star jerseys, gone. First day. Anybody else? No problem. Got a ton of them. How does it not go through your head? San Jose is hosting this. Perhaps we should bring, 3 times the stock of those particular players because there's going to be a bigger demand. No, we're fine. Just make however many we want and we'll just bring those. And if we sell out, oh, well, we sold all the ones we brought. So, good on us. But I just want to know, is the NHL going to try to fix that? So I'm sorry, Michael Rubin is more concerned with getting selfies with celebrities than making sure passionate fans have a quality experience. I don't understand how Amazon does this so correctly and Fanatics fucks it up so badly. You know how easy it is for me to return something to Amazon? Even if it's something that I, in fact, ordered, I got it and I went, nah, now that I see it in person, don't really want it, and I want to take it back. Or even if it's something that I unwrap and I go, oh, you know what? This doesn't work the way that I was hoping it would. No. All I do is open up Amazon.com, put in a little thing. I'd like to return this. Oh, okay. Print out this little code, take it to your nearest Kohl's, drop it off. Yep. No questions asked. They scan a little thing. They give you a receipt. Thank you very much. Before I'm even at home, I get a notification. The money that you from this order has been put back into your account. How simple is that?
Yeah. And Ricky, by the way, Rubin says check the DMs. Rubin says check the DMs for something because it's hilarious. He showed it to me just now. Ricky Bartonslager in the chat. This could all be 4D chess. The NHL has a quality control clause. They know Fanatics can't meet. Got to rack up those penalty fees. You know, it's just.
You're asking me to check two different things and then listen to what you're saying. What?
No, you go.
What did he say?
DMs.
Oh, go Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah. See?
That's a jersey? Oh my God, it is a jersey.
It's a Hockey Fights Cancer jersey.
Okay, this right here, people, is oh my God. This is what I'm talking about. Okay? And again, stick with me because I'm doing this on the fly.
But basically, how do you let that go? How do you let that get?
Because you hire people that
shipment?
Don't know and don't care. Yep. That's exactly what it is. You hire people that are and I don't want to call them stupid because they might be really smart at other things, but they either don't know or don't care. Look at this. This is a Hockey Fights Cancer thing, and the logo is upside fucking down. How does the only way that this leaves a warehouse is because whoever did it and the amount of eyes that this went through before it was thrown in a box. It's because you hire people that don't know sports, they don't care about sports. And in fact, I wrote an article, I've written several about Fanatics on TealTownUSA, but let me read you a quote. This is from a former employee that said, Fanatics employees don't know sports. They don't know the difference between one logo and the other. There is zero quality control. A corporate vice president overseeing the transaction at our store to Fanatics had us throw away all dated merchandise instead of selling it at a discount or donating it. And one time I watched a district manager argue with the fan over what year his jersey was from. The manager was wrong and had no clue as to what he was talking about. This is where we're at. So now, maybe some people, and I get it. There are some people, and I should have said this at the top. If you enjoy the Fanatics apparel, whether it's jerseys or shirts or lids or whatever, if that's your jam, you do you. I'm just saying, I've witnessed too much stupid from this company to let it go, unchecked. It's absolutely ridiculous. And again, to see so much vitriol come from so many fans over one announcement, how the NHL, I want to see somebody have the balls the next time they're talking to Gary Bettman. I don't care who the media person is, but I want to see somebody have the balls to go, Gary, you made the announcement about Fanatics. They're 99.99999% of the responses on social media have been way negative. How do you respond to that? And please don't give me a rehearsed, don't blow smoke up my ass. Give me an honest answer. Tell me that, hey, you know what? This is how we're running shit. Because Fanatics came along and said, you know what? we're going to cut you a check every month for this amount of money, guaranteed. You never have to worry. You don't have to worry about designing stuff. You don't have to worry about printing stuff. You don't have to worry about managing inventory, dealing with demand, none of it. All you need to do is look at your ledger at the end of every month and know that there's going to be a line that says Fanatics, and it's going to say X amount of dollars, and that dollar figure will never change. If anything, it might go up a little bit as the deal moves on through time. That's all it is. This is money. You think about when the Sharks let Fanatics take over the store. What did the Sharks not have to do anymore? Don't have to have a design team. They don't have to manage inventory. They don't have to deal with any of that stuff. They essentially rent out space at the tank, say, here you go. And at the end of every month, thank you very much for this check. That's the same amount that it was the month before and the month before and the month before that. Can count on it in the ledger, and we don't have to look at all the people. We don't have to, all the salaries we don't have to pay. We don't have to pay benefits. We don't have to pay all the stuff that goes into these employees. Beautiful money-saving move, and it's not a headache. Well, clearly it was a headache because Fanatics ruined your brand and you ended a deal after 8 years. You ended it in half the time. Now, did I have something to do with that? Perhaps. I'm a squeaky wheel. But goddamn, I'm sorry, when you walk into a Dick's Sporting Goods, or you walk into what Sports Authority or whoever, some of these places, and you see a rack of shirts that the logo on the front is the same, everything about it is the same, even the tag that says XL, double XL, medium, whatever, and you can put on 3 different ones and they all fit differently? Are you kidding me? That never happened when Reebok was running stuff. So
Nope.
The final big questions I have here. This is the big one. In the course of all of this, will Fanatics make on-ice quality jerseys available at retail? Or will this ridiculous, stupid 3-tier system continue that was started with Reebok?
Or worse, AJ, you only get the replica.
Well,
I mean,
you know what?
let's
Do you
be
know how
honest.
much money we're all going to save?
Oh my gosh, it'd be amazing.
Yeah. And again, vote with your wallet. So I'm dying to see if the 3-tiered system remains in place. The other huge question for the Mitch Amayas and Paul Ranks of the world, what happens to the game-worn segment? What happens to the people that go to the equipment sales? Are those jerseys still going to be available to buy? Or is Fanatics going to eat all of that up? You can already go to whatever it is. I think it's like auctions.nhl.com. And they auction off, game use pucks. They auction off crappy jerseys, but because they're signed. But they also sell practice jerseys for twice what the Sharks sell them for.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know, are they going to screw the fans that way? Because their prices are already ridiculous. I'm dying to see, are they going to keep this price point? Now, if you go back to when they made the transition from Reebok to Adidas and Fanatics, there was a lot of talk, well, wait a minute. The cheap jersey went from $149 to $129, and the expensive version went from $300 to $179, and there was a lot of speculation of, well, that's Adidas sticking it to Fanatics, saying, no, we're going to give something that is competitive price-wise.
Right.
Now, to be fair, if you have ever picked up a Adidas quote-unquote Indo-Authentic, a lot of the ones, the vast majority, they all have those crappy-ass vinyl kits on the back. It's not tackle twill. It's not the good stuff.
They changed that last year, though.
I don't give a shit. The fact that happens is ridiculous. So I'm just dying to see how all of this is going to shake out. But again, the bottom line is NHL fans largely hate this as a whole. When you have national writers saying this sucks, when you have national voices, the hockey guy, the dude's got like 2 million followers, and he's like, this sucks. You got Jesse from the Dangle podcast that is like, they're gods in Canada. This sucks. Guys from The Athletic, this sucks. Barstool, this sucks. I mean,
How does the NHL not see that beforehand, before they make this deal?
It's because the NHL doesn't care. And they won't care until fans vote with their wallet, which, as I said earlier, I've been doing since Fanatics took over. I don't own anything that has Fanatics on it. I certainly wouldn't buy anything with Fanatics on it, aside from, where is it? Aside from a nice, a decent hat. Like, if this was a real shitty hat, I never would have bought it. But I'm like, you know what? I like fitted hats. It's a decent hat. It's not horrible. And you know what? For $6, which about is probably about what it's worth. I don't know if you can see the price tag on there, but it's $5.99. Yeah, $5.99. Sure, I'll pick up a shitty snapback that I can, wear when I'm like doing something that I don't care if it gets anything spilled on it. How much was this one? $9.99 for a fitted or flex fit, whatever. Hell yeah. You know how much those hats were sold on Fanatics? Probably like $35, $40.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Kish mine took us. Give me a break.
It's just ridiculous. My one thing that I said on Twitter is like, so Fanatics gets a 10-year deal with the NHL, yet the NHL players can't get more than 8 years for a deal with an NHL team.
Oh, that's totally different things.
It isn't.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't, because you know why? Because it tells you that they care more about their revenue stream than they do about their players.
I'm not buying that.
It makes, well,
I mean, how long was the deal between the Sharks and their RSN? Like 18 years? It doesn't.
And it's still going.
Yeah. No, it doesn't mean.
And look how that's turned out.
Yeah. Ass.
AO.
It's just does that mean old jerseys will shoot up in price now? They might. There's a lot of people that are responding to this announcement saying, better go get my Adidas now. So they might. But again, you're gonna have one more year of the Adidas, churning stuff out. Although it does make me wonder, are we gonna see that much more Adidas stuff? It wouldn't surprise me if you go to the Shark store halfway through next season and they don't have any more Adidas jerseys because they're sold out. Why would Adidas make any more? They're like, I'm out. We out, bitches. See ya. Wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, it's who's Robbie the daddy? It's all about the Benjamins. That's exactly it. That is exactly it. When is Bettman going to retire?
No, he won't.
He's been doing this for what, like 30-something years? 30 years?
Yeah. 31.
Dude, call it a career already,
30.
man.
No, I'm sorry, 30.
Dude, call it.
Well, what? You got Bill Daly right behind you. Oh, wow, great.
Yeah. Maybe he might be open to a little bit more.
Please.
I don't know.
Don't even bother.
So,
to be honest,
look, it's and I will say, when I do Pucknologist, we usually have a segment called Tweet of the Week. Oh man, I thought I had this guy's. I think. It's something like Go Sends something. Again, I had so many things going that I neglected to bring up a couple things. But there was some chief. If I can I'll put it in the show notes if I can find the tweet, or if somebody else can find it, put it in the chat. And hold on. While I'm saying that, we got Wojcinski coming in hot. What an asshole. Fucking Wojcinski. God damn you, sir. Hold on. Let's get a look at this. This fucking guy. Well, hold on. Somebody came in on Twitter. This was going to be the tweet of the show. Said, here is a look at the new logos in the NHL. I don't know if you've noticed, there seems to be a theme of the poop variety.
Shards.
Yeah, the poop variety. Are you kidding? This is glorious. If anybody knows who did this, please drop it in the chat because it's hysterical. Everything. I mean, look, the Montreal Canadiens is pretty fucking solid, dude. Using the C to spell crap. The Oilers, now the Soilers. I mean, good Lord. And the thing is, you'll notice these are all old logos. Vegas and Seattle aren't even represented in here. But this is the Poo Wings. The Dow Ass Stars. The Poo York Rangers. I mean, the St. Louis Poos. This is fantastic, whoever did this. Love you. And then let me drop in what Wyszynski just did, this fucking guy. How it used to be. Yeah. Remember those days?
Mm-hmm.
Weren't they great? Yeah. CCM, baby. That's how it used to be, how it should have been. Because, again, CCM's doing the AHL. Go look at those Barracuda jerseys, baby. Oh, my God. The steel and the ice jerseys. Chef's kiss. So, I think I've rambled on long enough. I'm just.
All right, my turn. All right, here we go.
I'm a little bit beside myself on this, but again, the whole thing is I'm still this hot, and like I said, I've known this since September that it was going to happen. But I think it's one of those things where you kind of go, nah, that's not going to be it. Nah, something's going to change between now and then. And then look what fucking happens. Like, I'm surprised, like, the teams didn't, like, go to Bettman and go, you want to do what now?
Right.
All right. What
I
do
mean,
you?
Under Armour would have been better.
Oh,
if you aren't going to get Nike. But they don't have the money for
might
it.
have been better, maybe, and I think that is a stretch, because when I played ball, when I was playing softball every summer and every winter and every year over at Twin Creeks, I picked up a pair of Under Armour gloves. I picked up a pair of Under Armour cleats, got an Under Armour shirt. I've never had equipment stitching fail on me faster than Under Armour. It was horrible.
Okay, but who has more brand recognition?
Between who?
Fanatics and Under Armour. I mean, Nike's going to be
They're the
up
same.
there, obviously. Nike's going to be up there. Adidas is going to be up there.
Nike is king.
Of course.
Nike is
Hell,
king.
Reebok is up there.
But they were. But the difference between Fanatics and Under Armour, they largely have a very similar Q rating. Everybody knows, because Fanatics is running ads every 5 fucking seconds.
Yeah, that's the only reason they know.
But
my point is, how embarrassing is it that you got to go with Fanatics as your on-field or on-ice uniform supplier?
Dude, cheapest bidder, lowest bidder. Or I shouldn't say lowest bidder, highest bidder. They're the ones that threw the most money at the problem.
Yeah, and obviously they don't care because the NHL is getting laughed at for this. I mean, MLB, NFL, NBA are all Nike. MLS is Adidas. And you're telling me Fanatics is the best way to go?
Well, and
you're just thinking about money-wise.
That's a funny thing, though, about baseball is the fact that baseball jerseys are made because Fanatics bought Majestic and they, like, make the jersey, but they slap the Nike logo on there. Like, how fucking deceptive is that? How misleading is that? That is some bullshit. And that's what Fanatics is known for. Deceptive and misleading shit. They used to have a website. Well, it still exists, sportsmemorabilia.com. And I wrote an article calling them out because they were posting shirts saying that these are 100% guaranteed legit shit. And I pointed out, like, you are literally scamming the fans, telling them that this is authentic shit, and it isn't. And I even caught some shit for that. They're not saying that the item is legit. They're saying the signature is legit, no, that's not what their guarantee said. It said the item was legit, and it wasn't. And the funny thing is, you know how I know I'm right? I went back to the Sports Memorabilia site not long after I posted that. All of a sudden, all those listings that I called out were all gone. Adidas, when I wrote the article about stop calling Adidas jerseys authentic, I showed a screen cap. In fact, let me see if I still have that. I'll share that little piece, that little fucking nugget, because you'll see that that, in fact, no longer exists. Where the fuck is it? God damn it, I put it somewhere else.
Well, hell, it's in what, 2 lawsuits? Your
It
article.
was 3 lawsuits. One has been settled. Well, I shouldn't say settled, but one has been dismissed because the person who brought the lawsuit, they bought the jersey from a third party, whether it was NHL Shop or Fanatics or what. They didn't buy it direct from Adidas. So that's
technicality.
Yeah, totally a technicality. Now, there are still 2 lawsuits pending, one in Michigan, one in New York, and maybe, with any luck, one of those purchases, if not both, were made directly from Adidas. But let me show you. Let me just drop this in real quick. This was the description on an Adidas jersey on the Adidas website. Look what I have highlighted. This jersey is the same as the one the Oilers wear when the puck drops. Sir, you are lying. That is not the same jersey. And again, you know how I know I'm right? Go to the Adidas website today. That description is vastly different. I don't understand how they get away with this stuff.
It's can't be more black and white than that.
Yeah. You lied to your consumers. How are you not paying a price for that? I don't get it. So look, it should have been CCM.
Yep.
Should have been, or hell, Reebok, because Adidas already sold off Reebok, and Reebok did a really good fucking job. I think they did a great job. I still think the whole 3-tiered model is bullshit. I think you have a replica for the people who don't want to shell out the big bucks to have what the players wear, and then you have what the players wear. This in-between thing to me is bullshit. I hate it. When I found, and this goes to show you have to become educated on these things, right? I didn't know all this stuff out of the box. I bought the last generation Sharks jersey, whenever it was, 2014, 2015, whatever. When do they go to Next Wave?
13, 14.
There you go. So right around that time, 14, probably probably wasn't after the reverse sweep, but anyway. But
it was the same year.
Yeah. But anyway, I went into the store and I saw the quote unquote premiere for 150 that had the shitty plastic decal things on the shoulders. And I went, ugh, it looks like crap. Then I saw the other ones and it had the neon collar. I'm like, oh, the neon collar, that must mean it's legit. And it's got the really nice embroidered patches and all that shit. It's $300. Well, hell, at $300, it must be what the players wear. I want to wear what the players wear. So I picked that up. Then like 3 months later, I come to find out, no, that actually isn't what the players wear. Players wear, it's actually a black collar. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Mm-hmm. I wouldn't have spent this, but you live and learn. But that's goes to my point. All the people that I see on like Hockey Jersey Reddit and all that, they sit there and go, oh, well, no one thinks that the ones when it comes to talking about the Adidas lawsuit, oh, no fan thinks that those are what the players wear. No, they're an uneducated fan. They don't know, so they think it says authentic, or if you look at the website, Authentic Pro.
Right.
It's misleading. It makes you think, oh, it's pro, as in professional, as in what the professionals wear. I want to have the same jersey. And then they come to find out you didn't get that. And they're going to sit there and go, oh, fans should know that? You're purposely misleading them. The fuck out of here.
Yeah. Just ridiculous.
Oh, well, I feel as though I've shared too much yet again. It's been an hour and I could probably go another hour. This is last call.
All right, here we go.
Last call for questions in the chat. And again, welcome to those of you checking us out on Twitch and on Twitter and on Facebook. Kind of our new jam to hopefully finish out the season. Maybe we'll even get on Instagram at some point. But this is the new jam. So if you're checking us out on any of those platforms, we certainly appreciate it. If there's a way to subscribe, by all means, especially on Twitch, do us a favor, hit that button. Since you're here on YouTube, please. We actually do talk about things other than jerseys. I swear to God. This is one of those rare one-offs. How are the Barracuda doing right now? Anyway,
you don't want to know.
Oh,
I think it's 8-0. I think it's 8-0 Eagles.
Well, you know what? Here, the Cuda are getting destroyed. We have the news that Fanatics is replacing Adidas. Let me be that sliver of sunshine in your life today, and let you know that the Columbus Blue Jackets took 2 points today. Let me at least share that with you. I will share you that little sliver of hope that we'll be able to get Bedeared. Bedeared. I'm only using the Fanatics pronunciation.
Hey, I'm just glad we get 1 year of Adidas and we can get Bedard number 98 on the back of a jersey.
Bedeared 68, sir. That's what it's going to be.
No.
And if you want to learn more about this crazy failure, I invite you to follow a little account called @FanaticSucks on Twitter. Fun.
The epic of epicness of Fanatics fails.
It's so great. That would have been a better one. @Fanatics fails. Somebody go get that right now. So,
but I mean, Fanatics didn't learn from 2019 from the All-Star game, because obviously they didn't get crap for the All-Star game this year.
It was 2019.
They knew they had hot. No, I'm saying 2019 is when they failed in San Jose.
No, this is what I'm saying. They failed in 2019. They didn't learn from that. You clearly didn't. Yeah, but you clearly didn't see. It was in 2019. People rained hellfire on them. Where is this? Where is this? Where is this? Fast forward to just a few months ago, when they were being inundated with requests. Where are the forest green Philadelphia Eagles jerseys? They're wearing forest green in the Super Bowl. I want to wear a forest green Philadelphia Eagles jersey. Couldn't fucking find them. I want to wear a white Kansas City Chiefs. I want to order one of those. Couldn't fucking find them because they completely had no idea about the demand, mismanaged their inventory, to the fact that they were being inundated so hard on social media that they put out a goddamn statement that said, if the Eagles win, we'll make more. Basically saying, we don't want your money right now, but we'll take it if they win. I look at that and I go, how did the NFL get away with that? Because, I mean, social media is a small percentage of, like, the world. And the people that are going to bitch about it on Twitter. That, you know what that represents? That's like when you get a pollster outside of an election. Every time they talk to somebody, that one person represents 1,000 people. How does that not work in social media? It's like, you had 10,000 people asking for this jersey. That was just 10,000 people on social media that had social media and decided to say something. You know how many people that actually represents that you are not serving? That is a lot of money left on the table, my friend.
Oh, they blew the coop with this year's All-Star jerseys. When I went to go order one, first off, it was sold out. Secondly, they said, oh, we'll have it to you. It'll ship out March 8th. March 8th? The trade deadline comes and goes. Frickin' the Tarasenko jersey that he wore in the All-Star game with the Blues patch. Irrelevant by the time you were to get it. What the hell are you doing? The
problem, like I said from the jump, that they didn't have All-Star jerseys. You don't know how many people I saw when they put out the All-Star jerseys this year for the NHL game, because that shit was fucking fire. That design. Absolutely. To go back to the mid 90s, but put that Miami color spin on it, give a little Miami Vice vibe, but to have that 90s design, they fucking nailed it with the design. But then you went and looked. Everybody that tried to order one, you'll get it about a week and a half after the game is played. And again, I go back to the whole point of the day that the rosters are announced, Shit should be available to buy, and there is zero reason. If you have your shit together, there is zero reason when that jersey order is placed that it is not shipped the next day. Zero reason. Unless it's some like bullshit personalization or whatever. But if it's
makes sense.
If you want like, yeah, okay, give that one a couple days. But if it's like, oh, I want Nate McKinnon, I want Erik Karlsson, I want Sidney Crosby. There should be piles of those where you just sit there and go grab from the pile that has a big L in front of it. Somebody ordered a large, there you go, or a number, somebody ordered a 52, this person ordered a 56. That's it. And check the fucking order before you put it in. Like, take note. Did the numbers on the back match the numbers on the sleeve? Did the sleeve number say 87, but the back says 78? Like, maybe take a second. Make sure that it's, Crosby and not Cosby. Take a half a second and take a look.
I don't think you want that.
But, man, I will... you know what, though? We do, after all of this, we evidently have comment from Michael Rubin after signing this deal with Gary Bettman.
Oh, goody.
Fuck, man. Thank you, guys.
I think that about sets it up.
I'm
just...
AO saying Erik Karlsson with C's.
Hell, but it would be number 56. It would be 56.
Hell, AJ, I don't even think there was any Erik Karlsson All-Star branded gear for him this year.
Probably not. Well, to be fair, they weren't sure if he was going to be traded by then.
Who gives a shit? I mean, Horvat was traded. They had some of his gear. Like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, wasn't he the guy that like everyone was like, what side does he play for? And it's like he was elected as a Canuck. Let him play as a fucking Canuck. Who cares? Big deal. Islanders. Who gives a shit?
Hell, the first time he put an Islanders jersey on was for the skills competition in a reverse retro, which, by the way, not
Boy, there's a little part of me that now is like, fuck, do they still have those Horvat jerseys for on auction? That'd be a fun one to get. But yeah, we're all gonna see how this shakes out. Again, this all begins. God help us. This all begins the 24-25 season, but we're not going to see any significant changes for the first couple of years. They're going to let Adidas, the people that are doing all the stuff in the Adidas factory currently, they're going to kind of hand it over to them. And so my point being is that they're going to slowly fuck it up. They're not going to do it right out of the gate. And look forward to a hour-long podcast in sometime in 2029. And we'll probably be talking about this all over again. In fact, you can probably look up in the the corner way over there. There'll be a link to this podcast in 2029.
Yes.
Yeah. Enjoy
You're
that.
right.
Yeah. It's yeah. If anything, you want to look at Fanatics and Gary Bettman and say, give your balls a tug.
Oh my God. But my big question is that whenever a new manufacturer takes over, they've let them skip their jerseys for a year.
Well,
I wonder
Fanatics
if
is saying
it's the
2
same
years.
manufacturer.
Fanatics is saying 2 years.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
And what about the teams that had shit in the pipeline? That's what, jerseys take anywhere from 18 months to 2 years to go from concept to reality.
Yep.
Whew. Who's celebrating an anniversary in 2 years? That's what I want to know. What did I say? 24, 25. Who's that? What is it, Winnipeg?
Winnipeg could be Vegas.
Minnesota?
Could be, yeah, Minnesota could be turning. I think Minnesota and Columbus turned 25 in that time.
Ooh-wee. Enjoy your little patch, because that's all you're getting. You ain't doing no throwbacks, motherfucker.
Well, heck, the Sharks are going to have their 35th anniversary around that time. Are they going to break?
There's no reason to do a 35th.
Oh, come on.
No,
Get the Fanatics
Sharks
version of the Heritage jersey. Come on.
No. How many goddamn Sharks jerseys have there been? It's enough. It is enough for a little while.
Say that to Becker. Come on now.
But I want to know is we still haven't gotten hard confirmation. I still say yes, you will not see, like if I'm betting money, you will not see the Sharks play in a stealth jersey ever again. Unless it's 20 years from now and they're doing that kind of a throwback thing.
Throwback.
But like the
But
next,
that current,
once what are they playing this year? The Evolves and RR 2.0. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So the 30th anniversary, they wear 4 different jerseys. They could have won 4 this year, but they didn't, which leads me to believe stealth is over. So we're not going to see, as far as I'm concerned, I can't see the Sharks introducing a new 3rd jersey next season just to have it switched over. Not until Fanatics comes back in. I might be wrong.
I've heard rumblings that they are working on a 3rd.
Oh, working on it and having it being played in and sold for at retail are two different things.
Well, and it could be thrown out the window because of this deal. That
as
remains
well
to be seen.
That
So
as well.
They could have something like that's
And-
ready to go in front of Adidas to roll.
Wait,
and
wait,
then
whoa,
they're
whoa,
like,
whoa.
forget it.
Who put it in here? California Cruising. I love this. The Sharks sucked in the stealth, so it's okay. California Cruising. I have something I would like to say to you.
Look at the next comment
Now,
below.
first off, the stealth. The first year that they wore stealth, 10, 18, and 18. Yeah, not good. Not great.
Wait, 10, 18, 18?
Wait a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I read it wrong. That's my bad. The 10, 18, 18. In other words, October 18th, 2018 was the first time they wore it. It was a victory over Buffalo, but that first year that they wore stealth, they were 6-6. But my point being, California Cruising, they sucked in the stealth jersey, so it's okay to get rid of those. I assume is what you're saying. How do you feel about the Evolve jerseys this year, my friend? I don't think they're doing that well. So let's not put do the whole fucking, jersey diatribe thing. Well, they never won in Reverse Retro 1.0. I don't give a fuck. They looked amazing losing. They looked incredible.
Oh, the gray ones?
No, the 25th Heritage, I mean.
Oh, yeah. No, those look beautiful.
Yeah.
They didn't win a game in them, but they were beauties.
Yeah, and Reverse Retro, the Grays. They didn't win a game in those. 3-1. And you know what? Looked beautiful in them. 30th Heritage went 3-6, and still beautiful. The Reverse Retro 2.0 wasn't a big fan, but 2-2-2. Black Armor. Happy you brought it up.
Oh boy, here we go.
The first season that they wore Black Armor, 10-2-2. So you will not disparage the good name of Black Armor. But anyway, no, anytime somebody brings up the whole jersey curse bullshit thing of, they sucked wearing that jersey. Welcome to this season, my friend. The Evolve jerseys, not so great.
There's the team.
The funny thing is that they actually have a better winning percentage wearing the Reverse Retro 2.0s than the current Evolves.
This just in. We're going Reverse Retro full time.
Yeah.
Kidding,
So,
kidding.
Anyway, we're going to wrap it up here. The Barracuda are getting their asses handed to them in Colorado right now. Sucks to be Ian having to watch that. But he's going to do it.
He tapped out at 6-0.
Oh, good. But he'll be doing it all over again tomorrow. So, follow us on Twitter, TealTownUSA. Then Thursday, Sharks go to Vancouver, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Thursday.
my God. There's hope for a win. That's like the one of two teams that the Sharks are going to play to finish out the season that aren't in the playoff picture. There's hope. But last time I looked, since Vancouver was pretty much out of it, all of a sudden they've been playing really well. They're like 7-3 over their last 10. So remains to be seen. But we'll have After Dark following that. And then, of course, After Dark following the game against Calgary. Pucknologist will be back with you this Sunday. I feel like Jerk might have a lot of things to say. I might have to just back up on that because there's the James Reimer thing that he hasn't talked about. There's the Fanatics NHL jerseys thing he hasn't talked about yet. So that might be the Jerk show. And,
Coming up on a very special 3-hour Pucknologist.
Yes. No, I'll let him roll. Dude, if we didn't do this show right now that we're doing, the Pucknologist this Sunday would have been like 4.5 hours. Let me let you know.
If
Dude.
that.
Yeah. Oh, Ian's rage is already building up. That's good to know.
Oh.
Calgary Saturday. Yeah. I'm sorry. Did I say something else? If
No,
I
I thought you
screwed
said
that up, I'm
Calgary
sorry. I'm not sure if I screwed that up or not. But yeah, I'm so goddamn fired up about this whole thing. But again, I knew it coming. I knew it was coming. I was worried it was going to happen. I hoped that minds would have been changed. Like the NHL, if they were smart, the NHL like 3 years ago, or at least right when the Adidas announcement came out that they were like dropping the mic and they were out, the NHL official account should just posted a poll.
Yeah.
Who do you want? The NHL to have as their new on ice jersey manufacturer? CCM, Nike, Fanatics, and what? Reebok? Fuck, New Era. I didn't even understand the whole New Era thing. But who would you want? And I guarantee you, CCM would have won by a landslide. No less than 85%. No less. I got a CCM coho hanging right behind me. Would not have won less.
Right.
So to see this, it's just all right. Anything you got to say?
Hopefully they see that they'll fail and break out of this deal and sign with CCM as quickly as possible.
Good luck.
I know.
So for me, I just vote with your wallet. That's all I can say, people. Vote with your wallet. That might be the at the end of every After Dark that Kura does. I think Landy does it too, but they always say, keep it real, keep it teal, blah, blah, blah. My tagline is now going to be vote with your wallet, people.
Yep.
At Fanatics Sucks, vote with your wallet. So you can find links to our social media, podcast apps, and more included in the show notes. You can always find everything at TealTownUSA.com. And if you want to talk about this more, because, hey, who fucking doesn't, right? The Discord party is where it's at. So if you want to join Discord, hit up hockey_jerk on the Twitter machine. I'm the target of reckless memes on there. And they're endless. They're relentless. They're endless. So if you want a good chuckle, hit up hockey_jerk on the Twitter for the VIP Discord party invite, and my mans will hook you up. So we thank you so much for checking us out, hanging with us tonight. And yeah, I know it was a bitch fest, but like I said, man, this has been building for a couple years. And ER, it's if not game night, I'll see you sooner with any luck. So with that, do you know what an Irish exit is?